well, we're on 2:30 now. We'll start as we mean to go on in the college year and start on time. And in that vein, thank you so much for the people who've turned up early. That's all good progress for the future. My name is Linda Manning. I'm just going to coordinate today's event. You're lucky enough to be hearing from two experts in the field of early years. That's Rachel, is it Somerville?
No, it's summer skill.
Summer skill, I apologise.
In the summer, I have one skill. I don't know what my skill is yet. The students will be able to tell me, no doubt, in September.
Okay, no doubt pointing with colourful sticks if you've been watching earlier.
Yes, I have my sticks.
Okay, and your other presenter is a lady called Christine Cole, who's based at, there we go, who is based at Knowsley College. So, as I say, I'm going to give a brief overview of the general college offer, and then these two presenters are going to talk to you all about early years and childcare and the information you've really come to hear more about. If you weren't here earlier, I just need to explain the attendees are all on mute. We can't hear you, we can't see you, all we can see is your name. If you do want to ask any questions, please use the chat facility, which is on the right-hand side, to ask any questions, and we will answer them at the end or as if we go along, if we notice them in time. There's also a Q&A facility if you'd rather type your question in there. Okay, but please, if you're wondering about something, do ask, because if you're thinking about it, no doubt somebody else is thinking about it as well. Okay, so briefly, I'd like to talk just about the general college offer at Knowsley Community College. And I don't know why we're just getting a little bit of feedback, but not to worry. Okay, crucially, applications are still open. Of the people who are watching this presentation, you may have already applied and had your interview if you applied before lockdown and have the offer of a conditional place. That's great. You may have applied since lockdown, and in which case you haven't had the chance of an interview. And in that case, we are phoning people over this week, just finishing now, and next week, just to have a conversation and to firm up some details. So if you receive a phone call, and it won't be a listed one, please answer it next week, because we'll want to talk to you all about the course. If you haven't yet applied, the applications are still open. That web given at the bottom there, www.knowsleycollege.ac.uk, and there is a tab on there for apply. These are the courses which we have at Knowsley. As I say, you've specifically asked for more information about early years, youth work and teaching today. We have a number of apprenticeships. If you are interested in apprenticeships, I'd go onto the website, and there is this essential apprenticeship information guide, which you can log on and download a copy to. It contains information like the present rate of apprenticeship pay, the hours you'll be expected to work, and how to go about looking for one. Best idea is to visit the job shop, and the email is listed there at the bottom of the screen. College Pays is the way that we at college support you once you enrol and start at college. So for 16 to 18-year-olds, which I guess most of the people logging onto this webinar are, your course fees are free. You'll have a free breakfast, and again, this goes down to when I mentioned about timekeeping. To get the free breakfast, you need to be in college 10 minutes before the start of your lesson. So if you have a 9 o'clock start, you can have a free breakfast if you access college up until 10 to 9. There's a number of free college buses on dedicated routes that bring you in. Again, more information on the web for that. These buses are just to bring college students into college and take them home at the end of the day, so not open to members of the public. But you'll see there on point 4 that will also give you a free college bus pass. That will be either Arriva or Mersey travel, depending on where you live, and make sure that you're able to access coming into college and going home from college at all times. Free Microsoft Office 365, and also student discounts, such things as NUS discounts, which university students get. This slide shows members of our safeguarding and wellbeing team. Now, we are aware this has been a strange year for everybody. I can not even begin to think what it's like as a teenager who's had their school life disrupted by coronavirus. Out there, it's tough enough being a young person without perhaps losing access to your prom, your peers, the teachers who've seen you through a number of your teenage years. So we're aware it could be a particularly trying time for you. So these people here are experts in the fields of such things as mental health, financial support, and so on. So they will help you as soon as you come to college, as well as your tutors who will be there to support you all the way. So I just want to take any fear away, because transition, as I say, the moving from school to college is a strange time anyway, but we are here, we're on your side, and we want to help and support you. Final slide is just all about how we remain social with you. So there's Twitter, there's Instagram, there's Facebook, there's the web page, but crucially, and I'll reiterate this message at the end of my presentation, please make sure we have your correct email address and also your correct phone number, because we're all working remotely at the moment, and the way that we're going to stay in contact with you is by phoning you, texting you and emailing you, and we'll update you with what's going on about enrolment and start dates and so on. So please make sure we've got your correct details. Okay, I'm going to stop sharing my screen now, and I've come back. The format for today is my little bit which you've just heard. I'm then going to pass over to Christine, who's going to talk about Knowsley, then over to Rachel, and hopefully, fingers crossed, we're going to get a video at the end of the presentation. Okay, so I'm just going to pass you over to Christine. Okay, Christine?
Hi. The screen's gone blank.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
We can hear you.
Okay, that's fine.
We can see you.
Okay, so welcome to the Early Years Department at Knowsley. I deliver level 1 and level 2 courses at Knowsley, and Rachel, who is going to come along after myself today, will explain the level 1 course and the level 3 course to you. You will, if you are successful, you will come and join us in September, and you will come into college to study for 3 days, and you will get an opportunity to resit your maths and English, either or, if you have been successful this year. Some students are, so that's brilliant. You will do 2 days in a local placement, so that will be our local early years setting. Now, some students like to find their own placements, and we're we're supportive of that. Other students need some help to find their placements. Some students arrive at September and they've got their placement boxed off and they're quite happy to go ahead with it. You will need to complete a DBS form. That is just a background check on yourself to make sure that you are safe and able to work with young children. So you will come to us on the 3 days in college. It'll be spread over 3 days, and you will be taught by myself and a couple of other tutors who you will meet at your induction. Your induction is basically the first week into college, where we get to know you, you get to know us, we introduce you to the college and to the course. So when you do arrive, we'll give you a tour around and we'll explain how things will work for yourselves. We're not just concerned about your academic progress, but we're also very concerned about your well-being. So we like to balance the two. So if you come into college and there are things that you're going to need support with, we can help you with that, or we can direct you to the wellbeing team. So within the course, you will study 40 units, and they will cover a range of early years topics, from looking after babies and children to safeguarding, equality and diversity. So there is a good blend of activities for you to study, and no day is going to be the same for you, but we make it as interactive and creative as we possibly can. I hope that has given you a bit of an insight into level 2 early years at Knowsley, and I will take any questions that you wish to put forward at the end. So I'll hand over to Rachel now. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Right, okay, so basically then, level 1 childcare. So at Knowsley there's a combined level 1, but I want to talk to you about the level 1 childcare that's offered, and it's purely just childcare at St Helens College. Now there is no placement attached to the level 1 childcare programme. That's not to say that we don't see children. At St Helens we've got a nursery, and so for example term 1, what we do is we set up a big coffee morning event, Macmillan Coffee Morning, and we invite all the small children from nursery, and then we make a bit of a mess, but we won't talk too much about our mess. The level 1 childcare is over 3 days, and to get onto the level childcare you need to have a grade 2 in English language or maths. As you might be aware, to practice you need a grade 4 in English and maths, so if you are on a level 1 then you will have maths and English along with childcare units. It's really important that you understand level 1 childcare and English and maths makes up the whole programme. Term 1 we look at science activities. So although we're not in placement like level 2, what we do is we get a portfolio and a journal, and it's all full of fantastic activities that look at not just science activities, but looks at communication, it looks at respect, it looks at British values, it looks at maths and English, and it also looks at equality and diversity. And now, even more importantly, it will be looking at government guidelines with the pandemic. So a lot of what we do practically, we're going to have to think about how we make sure that we're safe and that children that are working with us, or if we do go out in the community, are safe. So we've got this experience ready for when we do go on level 2, you know, and we're good to go with that. We also look at forest schools. I'm going to organise a trip this year for level 1 students to go to Carnarvon. And Carnarvon, if you haven't heard of Carnarvon, it's in North Wales. I'm going to go there for the day and experience what it is to be in a forest school. So it's learning outdoors. We've also got growth and development, which I'm sure you will have studied already before lockdown in school. And then we've got other units that are really important, like listening, communication, practical health and safety, and safeguarding. And that's really a lot of, you know, level 1 units. They're quite practical units, but we do combine British values and we do combine maths and English within our lessons. That's really important. At the end of the year, we try and encourage you to get a voluntary placement so that when you do successfully complete the level 1 programme, you're good to go for level 2. And then when you do progress on to level 2 childcare, you've got the choice then to either continue at St Helens College or go to Knowsley, a superb campus. Now, at Knowsley, you don't have level 3 childcare, but we do at St Helens, and St Helens level 3 childcare and education programme consists of a 2-year programme. It's full on. It is the equivalent to 3 to 4 A levels, so it is hard work. But if you've got a grade 4 in English language and you've got a grade 4 in maths, no doubt you'll be used to working hard and being conscientious and well organised. Your level 3 programme is 3 days in college and 2 days on placement, and your first placement is normally in a school setting, so you get the experience of working with reception children and year 1 or year 2 children. Also, there is a nursery, so you can give babies a cuddle and make sure that you look after those. And then you've got the preschoolers, where I can tell you, you do need eyes at the back of your head. Okay, so the level 3 programme looks at philosophy, theory, there are some practical elements, caring for babies, growth and development, emergent numeracy, emergent literacy, safeguarding again, additional needs, with a wealth of experienced tutors. And also, you know, you'll get the opportunity to put theory into practice. Okay, unfortunately, Nick can't be with us today, Nick Langton. She's the programme manager for level 3. You also have Lena Denny, and Lena Denny is the employment liaison officer. Basically, what that means is she's your go-to for your placement. So she'll support you with your police checks, that's the DBSs, and you can pay for those online. Now, I'm not too sure about the cost, whether college can help you and support you with that. That's something that the admissions team will send you information before you start at St Helens or Knowsley College in September. You get to choose your first placement, but we will have to make sure that there's a risk assessment in place. And if you were on Zoom early on, you will have heard me talking to Linda and then Christine about some of the settings that you know, are preparing to have students in September. Hopefully, all being well, and the government's quite happy for us to be back to normal, whatever normal is. Okay. We'd just like to show you a quick film now to give you a little bit of a capture of what you can experience at St Helens College and Knowsley College. Thank you.
Okay, so just back over to me and I'm going to try and access the video. Okay, that was great. I think that really gives a flavour of what childcare and early years education is all about. So hopefully the participants found that useful as well. Right.
Can I answer? I noticed a question. Knowsley and St Helens College, the same college. Yeah, we are part of SK Group is Knowsley and St Helens College, but there are two sites, so you can study childcare level 2 at Knowsley. And the reason why I'm here today is because for the pure level 1 childcare and level 3 childcare provision, that is at St Helens site.
Okay, can I just check with Christine as well, actually? Is there an offer this year at Knowsley for level 1 split early years and health and social care like there has been on some other years?
There is. I apologise, I should have mentioned that earlier. We're still offering that course and there's no placement.
Okay.
Very similar to the course that Rachel's discussed, but it's a combination of the two.
Okay, that's great.
Social care and childcare.
So just to answer, and that's a really relevant question that was given there. So yes, as Rachel's explained, we are part of the same college group. Many of the courses are offered on both campuses, but there are some sort of slight variations between courses on both sites. But you may even have, depending on what course you're doing, the same teacher, depending on whether it's taught in Knowsley or taught in St Helens. But because we're part of one large group, it gives us more access to expertise and the chance to share best practice and so on. So yes, but if you, presumably because you're on a Knowsley webinar here, it's Knowsley that you are more interested in. So if you apply to Knowsley, yes, you will, as long as the course is offered, you'll be based at Knowsley. And if you apply to St Helens, you will be going to St Helens. So hopefully that answers your question. One question popped up in the Q&A earlier, which was somebody mentioned, and I forget who, so apologies, what times do the lessons start? So can either Rachel or Christine answer that?
Well, on the Knowsley site, obviously depending on timetable, it's 9 o'clock in the morning, and we usually run through till 4:30. But there's variations, some classes finish at 2:30. Some students do a half day. It all depends. Okay,
and nobody has mentioned in questions, but the follow-on question which has come in at the presentations which I've done is, what days of the week do students attend?
Well, we don't know till we get timetables. It all, if we go on last year's then, so 2021, the childcare students, one group were in Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday on placement Thursday, Friday, and the other group were on placement Monday, Tuesday, and in Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So childcare were in Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Level 2 were on placement Monday, on placement Friday, and in Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. But timetables are only finalised. But the good news is, as soon as once you're inducted onto the programme, once we know what your predicted grades are, we'll put you on the right level, and then you'll have a timetable. As on induction day, you get a timetable so you know exactly what days you're in. And start times at St Helens well, we like say 5 to 9. Get in so that you know you're in the classroom and sat down and ready for 9 o'clock, and then most finish at 4:30.
Okay, that's great. And something which I wanted to reiterate is, looking at all of the information which you've just been given, you may think, well, level 3 is the course for me, level 2, level 1, whichever. Actually, the thing which denotes which level you're going to be on is your GCSE results. So when you come along and enrol, and fingers crossed that's in the flesh, but let's say part of it needs to be done remotely, we'd just be guided by what the government tell us on the run up to enrolment. When we know what your GCSE grades are, we'll be able to tell you the relevant level of course for you. Okay, any more questions? As I say, don't be shy, because if you're thinking of it, possibly somebody else is thinking about it as well. Okay, none popping up. So what I'm going to do is begin to wrap up here, which is messages to take away from today are make sure that we have your correct contact details. That way we can update you as to what is the process for the future for enrolment. If you get a phone call over this next week and it's a withheld number, please answer it, because it's likely to be one of the two ladies who've presented to you or some of their colleagues, just to discuss elements of the course. If you have applied, been interviewed and already have your place, you're unlikely to get a call, so don't panic. It's likely to be just other people in the middle. And that's all I wanted to say. Do either Rachel or Christine want to add anything?
Well, just enjoy your summer holidays, enjoy your lie-ins, stop singing in the showers, please, so we can have some better weather. I look forward to meeting you in September.
Lovely. Okay, thanks so much, and I'll end the webinar now. Thanks, ladies. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.